Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video day, and today the Denver Nuggets have beat the Los Angeles Clippers to 101 to 99 in Game 4 and tied the series up at 2. There will be a Game 6 in this series now. And to be fair, what I'm about to say, keep in mind there have only been 2 Game 4 so far. One of them was the Thunder game today, which ended in a sweep. This was the third Game 4. But what I was going to say is that we haven't had any series get a guaranteed sixth game yet. But this is only the second series that has got into a Game 4, and the other ended in a sweep today for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And funny enough, that's the team that the winner of this series will play. So these two teams today found out who they will play if they move on. But at the same time, they kind of knew that before. There was a good thought that that's who they would face in the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's not a shocker. All right, Denver Nuggets. When the New York, for instance, New York Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers played each other in the first round in 2023. They thought they were going to face the Milwaukee Bucks in the second round. That's who they thought they were going to face. But then there was the shocker: the Miami Heat beat them, the 8 seed beats the 1 seed. That's not, you weren't expecting that. I think everybody was pretty much expecting the Oklahoma City Thunder to take care of the job. I predicted them to sweep. I know some people thought Memphis would get one. Maybe they could have got one if Ja didn't get hurt, but OKC still swept. All right, but let's get to this game. 101-99, a crazy comeback. Denver was up 85 to 65. I believe that was the score at the end of the third quarter. And honestly, I'm going to be completely honest when I say this. I watched the first 3 quarters of this basketball game, and when it was 85 to 65, as a Rockets fan, I'm a Rockets fan. I'm really upset about the loss the Rockets just had tonight. But as a Rockets fan and Astros fan, I decided I was going to stop watching the Nuggets game and start going back and forth between the Astros game, as they were on FS1, and ESPN or ABC's NBA Countdown. And I'm watching Countdown, and they're tipping the Rockets. The Rockets game's about to tip off, and I look on my phone, and I see this alert on X or Bleacher Report or something, and it's like Aaron Gordon buzzer beater, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, wait, is this like a Aaron Gordon shot that was at the end of the shot clock? He must have hit a crazy shot at the end of the shot clock, and that's what that is. That's a crazy shot clock shot. No, but then I look up the score and I'm like, 101-99, Aaron Gordon buzzer beater. I was shocked. The Clippers got back in this game. When I stopped watching, I wish I would have watched this fourth quarter. It was a fun fourth quarter. Clippers got back in the game, and the Nuggets collapsed, but it was still, Jokic went for overtime. Would have been fun. I wonder the last time a series had 2 overtime games. It got very close to it. You got very close to it. Jokic airballed it's not often he does that, but Nikola Jokic airballed a jumper, fadeaway jumper, and Aaron Gordon gets it back and dunks it at the buzzer. And here's what I think this shocked me more than the fact that we saw than the fact that the fact that the Nuggets came back, that the Clippers came back in this game and I missed it all. This shocked me more than that. That was the first ever. I don't think it's that crazy when you say it out loud, but that was the first ever game-winning buzzer beater dunk in NBA playoff history. It was NBA playoff. I think it's NBA history, but it might have been NBA playoff history. I want to say it was NBA history. It's nuts though. Whether it's NBA playoff history or NBA history, I want to say they said it was NBA history in general. But yeah, so Nikola Jokic was amazing. 36 points, 20 rebounds, 8 assists. I guess it doesn't seem normal that he did have a triple-double tonight, but I think he makes it up with his 36 and 21, 14 for 25, 3 for 6 and 3. I think he just knew he was going to go out there tonight and just play amazing with the fact that he and the team got embarrassed in Game 3. 13 points for Jamal Murray, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 for 17. His really first bad game of this series. Christian Brown, though, 17 points. Michael Porter Jr., 17 points, his highest in this series. 14 for Aaron Gordon, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Jamal Murray, his 13 points doesn't really hurt you when you got 17 apiece for Porter and Brown, and then 14 for Gordon. And so, it's not surprising that with Murray not scoring 13, only scoring 13 and there not being another 20-point score for the Nuggets, there wasn't a lot of points on the board tonight, only 101. Obviously, the Nuggets weren't scoring many points off the bench. They've got one of the worst benches in the league, and they don't hand out many minutes as well. Only 4 bench points tonight. And with Russell Westbrook out, that really, hurts it as well. You would have thought the Nuggets bench probably would have been able to get to, maybe 12. I would say maybe they would have been able to get 12, 15 points off the bench tonight if Russ was out there. But he wasn't. He's out tonight. And I think it's great that he should be healthy going back into Game 5 in Denver. And that's what I want to lead off to next. I'm going to go over the Clippers stats real quick. Kawhi had 24, 9 rebounds, 19 for Zubac with 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 22 for Norman Powell, 15 and 11 assists for James Harden. And then we saw 7 points for Bogdan Bogdanovic. But this next thing I want to get to. Game 5 previewed a little bit in Denver. Honestly, after the Game 3, after the embarrassment, I thought the momentum in this series completely went to the Los Angeles Clippers. But after this game, I think it goes right back to the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets are way better at home than they are on the road. And, this year went 26 and 15 at home. Obviously, last year they were absolutely amazing at home. So better at home this year than they are on the road. And they lost their last game at home to LA. I think it's unlikely that Denver loses back-to-back games at home in this series, and I think Denver wins this game. So I just think this Game 5 that you're going to see on Tuesday night. I actually thought about getting tickets. I fly into Denver on Tuesday for something else, and I thought about getting tickets, but they're really expensive. Like I could have got 2 tickets, but they're not so great seats for maybe a little bit over 200, and it'd be a cool experience. But I would do it if it was my favorite team. But and I like the Nuggets. I love Jokic. I love Harden as a Rockets fan. But I didn't really think it was worth it. So I'm just gonna be in Denver watching the Denver Nuggets on Tuesday night, and so that will be an interesting Game 5. I really do. I really think it will be, and so I'm excited for it. And, we'll see what happens on Tuesday night. I'm going with the Nuggets, though. But the reason I say that is because I think the momentum with the way Denver finished this game tonight, well, not, if you look at the entire fourth quarter, not really the way they finished that, but the way that, the last play happened, the way the game finished on that last play, and then you go back home in Denver, you get Russell Westbrook back, who's good in Game 1 and Game 2. In Denver, I think, he was great in their first 2 games in Denver. I think the Nuggets win. That's my prediction. Let me know your thoughts on this 101-99 win in the comment section, and peace out.